Greetings and welcome to another Fate Grand Order video. So, it is finally time for the Lost Belt number 2, the Eternal Icy Fire Century Gotamerung. Isn't that a bit contradicting? Eternal Icy Fire? Well, anyway, right now is just the pre-release campaign, and we are being given the pleasure or the chance to actually contract a actually pretty one-shot busting servant. But let's take a look at everything else. So, if you clear Anastasia by the 2nd of July, you will get 10 quartz. You should absolutely do that. It's absolutely amazing. Well, getting 10 quartz, I'm not sure about the Lost Belt. It depends on each person. Now, let's take a look at the summoning Mr. Napoleon. I have him right over here. So let's take a look. He is an archer. He's got very nice stats. 12,000 attack, very nice. And 13,000 HP, very nice. 2 arts cards and 2 buster. Excellent. This is what we like to see. Let's see, MP just per attack. 0.59% per attack, so that means the most he can ever get is 5, so that's around almost 3% on his extra card. But let's take a look at everything else. Increases party's attack for 3 turns and further increases own attack by 20%. So at maxed out, he gets a 40% attack buff for 1 turn. So that's actually very nice, very powerful, and not actually completely selfish. Then increases party's MP damage for 1 turn and critical star generation rate. Now the MP damage is definitely nice because this is one of the final multipliers in the simple formula for MP damage, and party critical star generation is kind of okay-ish. Last skill, light of possibility charges own MP gauge by up to 30%, very nice. Ignores invincibility, amazing, this is always amazing to see. And gains critical stars every turn for 3 turns. Okay, so not a bad skill, very powerful and very worthy 3rd skill after 3rd ascension. Very nice so far. Increase on debuff resistance, critical damage, okay. And let's see. Arc de Triomphe de Toil? What? The arisen rainbow that signals to triumph returns sonorously? Ignores defense, okay, so now we're getting into real high damage territory. Ignore defense and ignore invincibility on a noble phantasm, that is absolutely amazing. Deals damage to all enemies, that lowers the damage a little bit, but it's going to be a lot of damage anyway. And deals extra damage to divine enemies. So what we have here is a superpowered version of Nobunaga. That is quite literally what we have. Nobunaga has Nobunaga has this part as a skill. It's nowhere near as powerful, but she has it as a skill, and she has this for riding enemies. So Napoleon here is a supercharged Nobunaga. No, but let's see, he also gets a rank up quest eventually. What do we have? And oh, the damage goes up and he gains critical stars. Very nice. Okay, so damage goes up by 100% and it gains the ability of getting just raw critical stars after each hit, and it hits 5 times. Okay then. So as a nuker, he is definitely on the good side of the AoE. It's unfortunate he's an archer because we haven't had to deal with a lot of sabers recently, but that's about to change. Now, we are about to go into spoiler territory for the upcoming Lost Belt, so if you do not want to be spoiled, close the video now, because we are going to go look at the servants that are coming in that, well, Lost Belt. So you've been warned. First, we have Sigurd. Sigurd, Siegfried, I have no idea. This guy looks a lot cooler than Siegfried, but let's see what we have here. He's a 5-star saber, very nice. Pretty standard numbers right there. Let's see, MP charge per attack, 0.62%, that's not too bad. Let's see, what else do we have? 2 arts, 2 buster, very nice. 3 hits on the arts cards, that's not nice. Increase all critical damage for 3 turns. Okay, that's only the damage. Let's see if he has a way of gathering critical stars. Buster performance for 1 turn. Grant self-status 1 time. Okay, so a 1 turn 50% buster for 1 turn. That is not bad. So getting a buster heroic chain with him would definitely deal the damage. And increase 1 allies critical star generation and grants a debuff immunity for 1 turn. So he has no way of gathering all the critical stars for his increased critical damage. So the first skill is very lackluster. But the second skill is actually very nice. And that's about it. Unfortunately, he has no way to charge his noble phantasm on his own. Debuff resistance, quick performance, and 175 because of divinity. Okay then. Heaven's Wheel of Destruction, damage to 1 enemy with buster, 7 hits, very nice. And deals extra damage to dragons, so if Napoleon is a supercharged Nobunaga, then Sigurd is a supercharged Siegfried. So yeah, Siegfried, goodbye, you're no longer the king of dealing with dragons. So let's see, and there's no rank up, so that means this guy is in a very good position right now and doesn't need any modifications later on in the future. So if you pull him, he is actually not bad. King of Warriors, with a beloved divine. He's also a dragon somehow, human or male riding servant. So yeah, talk about. So Napoleon, that we are being given a chance to pull, well, very soon, is actually the best counter against Sigurd. Or Siegfried, or however you want to call him, because he is a saber, he is divine, and what else? I think that's it. So anyway, yeah. So one to counter the other, but we are not done yet. We are getting a new 4-star servant in the form of the Valkyries. So yeah, this is the only servant that I know that completely changes their appearance for everyone. So yeah, you can take your pick of which one you like, whether the brooding black-haired lady, you want the happy pink-haired lady, or you want the all the way out there blonde-haired lady. But let's take a look. Let's see. So they're a lancer, 8,000 HP attack and 14,000 HP. Okay, so they're very tanky but not high on the damage. MP charge is very nice, lawful and good. MP charge on taking damage is 4%, very nice. Star generation is okay. 2 quick and 1 arts. I'm not a fan of this layout, but we'll see what they got in their skill set. Quick performance, okay, that makes it, that helps it. And increases on MP damage for 3 turns, okay. So a chock-full skill, very nice. Signals mystical self 1 attack for 3 turns evasion, debuff immunity 1 time in 3 turns, and reduces own damage taken for 3 attacks 3 turns. Alright, a very nice defensive skill. It's not a 1-turn whole evasion, but this can actually help you deal with pierce invincibility that many enemies are starting to have, so not too bad. Charges own MP every turn, recovers HP every turn, and gets critical stars. Okay, this is an amazing skill right there. So up to 30% charge total, 3000 HP regen, and 10 critical stars. Not bad. So from what I can tell, they're more of a supporty lancer servant, I guess. 200 divinity, very nice, more than Sigurd. Ignores evasion on the noble phantasm, very nice. Deals damage to all enemies for very decent damage, and chance to instant kill demonic enemies. Now normally I'm not a fan of instant kill mechanics, but because it's entirely focused on demonic enemies, I'm not gonna reel on it too much, because since it's targeted, it doesn't take up too much of the budget for the noble phantasm, so not too bad. So as a well-rounded lancer, definitely not too bad on Valkyrie. And lastly, there is one more servant that we are looking at, and that is Sitonai. Is that how you pronounce it? Hopefully, yes, good, okay. So we have another alter ego. We are being flooded with alter egos these days. So 2 arts, 2 buster, okay, interesting. Let's see, 11,000 attack, 13,000 HP, so a little on the attack side. And she doesn't gain much when grailed, so okay then. Let's see, female humanoid Illya, another Illya clone, but doesn't really look that much like Illya. Let's see, grants self invincibility for 1 turn and reduces party damage taken. Ooh, very nice, a nice supporty alter ego. Although the damage reduction is very limited to 500, so eh. Now, second skill, increases on arts performance, okay. Grants self immunity 1 time for 3 turns. 30% arts performance for themselves is not too bad. And it's for 3 turns, so it's actually not too bad of a skill. Lastly, chance to increase own attack by 20%, chance to gain 10 critical stars every turn, and charges on MP got, so that always happens. So 30% charge, 80% attack up chance, and 80% to get critical stars every turn. Okay, so because you're going to get the skill to maximum level, it's not a bad skill. The second skill, definitely you want to level it up. And the first skill is a survival, so you can afford to not level that one up. But let's see, debuff success rate, increases on damage, increases debuff resistance, and high servant that still does nothing. So, let's see, I'm not even going to try it. Do damage to 1 enemy, reduces dragon enemies MP gotcha by 1. 900 damage base, and reduces their defense for 3 turns. Okay, so you want to start with this one. Reduces their critical attack chance for 3 turns. Okay, reduces dragon. Okay, so this is pretty much a how nicely rounded. I can't think of any assassin, caster, or rider dragon that I can think of, or at least not with that trait anyway. So as an alter ego, she seems kind of supporty, kind of okay-ish, honestly. Now let's talk about availability, because Napoleon, Sigurd, and the other servant that comes along with them, which is Brunhilde, are all limited. So if you want to pull Napoleon, now is your chance. If you want to pull Sigurd or Brunhilde, you're going to have a very limited window during this Lost Belt. Now the good news is that Valkyrie gets added to the story summon permanently, and Citronette is unlocked once you complete the Gotamerung story. So she's always available too. So yeah, those are the servants, but let's see, is there anything else we are missing? Let's see. That's Napoleon, Sigurd, let's go back. Sigurd, let's take a look at his... if there's anything new on that event. Come on, go back, go back. Even more back, even more back. Okay, here we go. Go to all events. Go to 2018. Go to July. Okay, here we go. We're timing on Lost Belt. And let's see, that's at the beginning. What about August? Nothing. Okay, so go time and release. So yeah, that really seems to be it. Summoning campaign. Yeah, there's Brunhilde. Well, and we get some new craft essences. Infant of Atlas, self-ignore defense. That's actually amazing. And plus 30%. This one is absolutely amazing right here. Plus 30% damage against berserkers. Oof. And grants ignore defense. Amazing. Arts 8%, critical damage 15%. And heal power plus 5%. Heal power. I think there's better though. So yeah, Sigrid and Brunhilde, if you want either of them, those are absolutely limited. And Valkyrie will not be. And I think game updates, Brunhilde gets a new animation, which is nice. Master level increased to 150. I think we already have this, I think. I'm not sure though. But yeah, that is what is coming. Although that is not everything that is coming, because remember that we are already halfway through June, and in August we get this year's summer campaign. So if you are trying to save for those servants, you might want to consider not pulling on these. Nothing among these servants really struck me as absolutely amazing. Well, Napoleon's kind of amazing as a one-shot nuker. He does have 2 Arsgard, so that can help him recharge, but he will need help recharging. Sigurd is absolutely the way to deal with dragons. And he does have an okay, well, kit. Although being a saber, that means he will also have a hard time recharging. Valkyrie, you'll be able to pull them whenever, because they're going to be added to the main story. So happy hunting trying to get them. I'm trying to get one. And Citronette will be added to the story summon once you beat Gotamerung, so you can always have a chance at her. She's not absolutely amazing, but as a decent support against a combined force of the cavalry classes, she's definitely not too bad. So yeah, Gotamerung, or Gotamerung, or however you want to pronounce it. The story is coming. The story is actually pretty good right now. And yeah, hopefully you find this useful. And that way you know if you want to spend your quartz or not. And we will see you next time.